Okay, grade 11s. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on Microsoft Word because you guys are experts in Microsoft Word by now. But there are a few things I want to go through with you again, just to make sure that you are prepared enough. Okay, so the basic things like changing your font, your size, the margins, orientation, size, adding columns, and so forth. The basic stuff, just with margins. Where you change customize the margin, or now what you're going to do, you can add a gutter. I may give you the inches of it, or I'm going to just tell you to add it to the top or to the left of the margin. So you need to know how to do that. Then another thing I wanted to go through with you guys when it comes to heading styles, how to create a new heading. You click on this drop down here, and then you say create style. You're going to rename the style to what I ask you to rename it to, and then you're going to stick with the paragraph style one. Okay. Creating a hyperlink. You already know how to do it, but I'm going to walk you through it again. So creating a hyperlink, you just simply go right click, click on link. You want to insert a link, and then I'm going to ask you to link it to a specific picture. Now, when this is automatically going to pop up in your folder, I'm just going to use this one footprint picture. We say okay. So now you've created the link with a one footprint picture, so somebody can open it or double click the link, open the hyperlink, and it takes them to that specific picture. Okay, so that is editing a link. You also remember how to insert how to insert a cover page. You go to insert cover page and choose whichever page I ask you to do it with. Now, when you do the cover page, you need to look at, for example, the document title. What am I asking the document title to be? Am I asking for a document subtitle? Whatever the case may be. If I ask you to change the document title and remove the rest of the titles, you simply click in it, delete it, highlight it, delete, click in it, delete. Delete all the other handles that I don't want you to add. Okay? So that's it when it comes to cover pages. Then editing the header and the footer. So if you want to edit the header, simply double click in the header, okay, or in that space. So you edit the header, and then you go in the ribbon will be added the header and footer. So here you can add different things to your header and your footer. You can add a date, you can add document information, you can add auto text, you can add fields, even pictures, whatever the case may be. You can adjust your header and footer. You can have a built-in header footer columns here in the footer or in the header as well. Okay, so just be aware of that, and then you know your bullets. It's really not as complicated as your term one test, so don't worry about that. But you do know how to customize or define a new bullet to add a picture, right? So you'll find the file on your device. I just want to make sure you know where to find tabs again. So you click on paragraph and tabs, and you set the tabs according to what you see. When it comes to what you see, you can also use your ruler. Sorry, let me just go back down. You can also use your ruler and adjust the document or the content. Like if you place your cursor there, I maybe want this to be spaced up a little bit more. Click on that. So you can adjust your stuff according to the ruler as well, or with the ruler as well. Okay, so just adjust it like that. That's it really for Microsoft Word. Well, almost. Just a few more things I want to make sure you can remember. So here you can see the individual images. I don't want these images to move separately. I want them to be grouped together. So I'm going to highlight all of them, or not highlight, I'm going to select all of them. So you press the control key on your keyboard and you click on the images that you would like to highlight or select. So first click one of them, control, click the others that you want to select. If you right click, you see an option that says group. Oh, they are currently grouped. So they can all move together. I'm just going to ungroup them so I can show you how I group them. So click in, control, click the other pictures you want as a group, right click, select group. Now you can move all of it together. Okay, setting the indent to a paragraph, for example, you guys should be very familiar with this, but let me just go through it with you in case you forgot. So if I want to add an indent, you go to the paragraph space, expand indentation. What indentation am I asking you to do on the left or what I'm asking you to do on the right? Do I want any special indentation with the first line or hanging? I will give you the information. What is the alignment that I want? Do I want it left, right, centered, justified, whatever the case may be? To replace a word, you simply click on the word. So I want to replace important. I want to replace this word. Where is the replace icon? Why don't I have a replace icon? It should be let's check somewhere else. My tab ribbon is very different to the one we have at school because it's a different version. Okay, I can't find it, so I'm simply just going to. The icon looks like that. It's normally here. Anyway, we're going to replace that word, find what word we want to replace and what we want to replace it with. I'm just going to replace it with NB. Let's say replace all. We made zero replacements. Let's say yes. Okay, there was one replacement because there was only one to replace it with. You see, important now change to NB. Then to add a mark, I'm just going to do this. I'm going to add the TM here. Now you can either go to the there's one of two ways you can do it. There's a longer way and there's a shorter way that you can do it. The longer way is what you are very familiar with already, where we're going to insert a symbol. Okay, so go to symbols and we can simply find trademark there. So we edit the trademark. The alternative or quicker way to do it is to simply select and all of these at the same time. Okay, Alt, the numbers 0, 1, 5. Yeah, the numbers Alt 0, 1. I don't know why this thing is doing this. Okay, so to get that same thing, you will press Alt 0, 1, 5, 3, or you can simply say Alt plus Control plus the letter T. All of that together. Let me show you an example. On your computer, click in Alt Control T. That also gives you the TM. Okay, but I will add that to your paper so you don't have to memorize that. Then watermark. If I ask you that question, to insert a watermark, you go to layout, no, review, view. It's normally under the, I don't know what's going on here, design, okay. Under design, go to watermark. You're going to insert a particular watermark, or you are simply going to delete or remove the watermark. If you're going to customize the watermark, click on custom, text watermark, and make all the adjustments as I've asked you to do it. Now, something that we did, but you probably forgot, is editing a field. Now, I will check, I've double checked already, but I will check each of your computers again to make sure that you have this developer tab, or else I'll add it. Um, Sorry. So in the developer tab, you will get the option to add a field or the controls over here. Okay. So there's different types of fields. Remember when we did the forms last year? There's a text control over there. You can add a picture. You can add a gallery. So you can add a checkbox, combo box, drop down list, date picker, all of those options over there. Now, obviously, I'm going to tell you which option to choose. So if I ask you to select a text control, that's going to add the text there. To edit this or to add properties or specifications, once the text box is there, you'll then go to properties and you'll able to adjust. You can change the color. Now mine is a little bit different to the one you have at school, but at the one at school you'll be able to enter the characters and so forth as well. Then if I want to change this text box, so it's currently a text box, I want to change it to a drop down list. You can't just click in the text box you want, or on the text box you want to change, and then change it to I'm going to change mine to a drop down list. So there I have my drop down list. Again, to add content to this drop down list, you're going to properties, and then over here you're going to add your values. So what do you want in this content, in the drop down list? So I'm going to add my value. I'm going to say, let's say grade 10. I say, okay, so there's grade 10. I'm going to add another one. I'm going to say grade 11. I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to say grade 12. Okay. Do I want to change? You're going to choose an item from that. Okay. What is the title of my drop down list going to be? I'm going to say grade. Okay. So there's the title. So if I choose one, I click on the drop down list. I can choose from grade 10, grade 11, or grade 12. Okay, so that's it for text boxes. If I want to change this, I can, or I want to add, say if I have a table, I wonder if there's a table here. Let me see. Fantastic. Over here, I want to add a table. So instead of having to put in an X, I want to create a checkbox. So I'm simply going to add a checkbox over there. Going to remove that checkbox, okay, for each of these. Remove that. So instead of having to put an X in here, I can simply just tick the box, tick the box, tick the box. Okay, so that's it for checkboxes and your controls under your developer tab. Guys, that's it for Microsoft Word. The only other thing I need you to remember is in your header and your footer, you can add date, a specific format that you would like to choose, or you can add some document information. Again, you can add fields into your header as well. Okay, that's it for Microsoft Word.